Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Today I am going to discuss about eye. As you all know that eye is the organ of sense of sight and it is present in the orbital cavity. Let's begin with the structure. This is the structure of eye and this is sclera. Sclera is white in color and this is iris. Iris is colored portion of our eye and this is pupil. These are eyelids, upper eyelid, lower eyelid, and at the free edges there are eyelashes. This red body is known as lacrimal crinkle. I will discuss about lacrimal crinkle in my next video. Now we will study about the internal structures. There are 3 layers in our eye. The outer fibrous layer, the middle vascular layer, and inner nervous layer. Let's begin with the outer fibrous layer. In outer fibrous layer we have sclera and cornea. This is sclera. Sclera covers the posterior and lateral walls. Sclera is white in color and anteriorly, you see here, anteriorly it is continue with the cornea. Cornea is transparent. It is fibrous membrane and it gives attachment with the extrinsic muscles and to maintain the shape of our eye. There are 6 extrinsic muscles. Inshallah, I will discuss about them later. And that's all about the outer layer. Now we will discuss about the middle vascular layer. Middle vascular layer consists of choroid, ciliary body, and iris. The choroid is the posterior of the inner surface of sclera and it is rich in blood and blood vessels, so that's why this is chocolate brown in color. Anteriorly continues into the ciliary body. In ciliary bodies consist of ciliary muscles and secretory epithelial cells. I will discuss about the functions of ciliary muscles and secretory epithelial cells. Dear fellows, the ciliary muscles give attachment to the suspensory ligament and the suspensory ligaments attach to the capsule which encloses the lens. The white colored mentioned portion is lens in this picture. So like this, the ciliary muscles controls the thickness of the lens. And the function of secretory epithelial cells. Before discussing about the function of secretory epithelial cells, I will discuss about the segments of our eye. There are 2 segments, anterior segment and posterior segment. The anterior segment is the space between the cornea and the lens. Anterior segment is the space between the cornea and lens. In the space between the cornea and lens there is a fluid which is known as aqueous fluid, and this secretory epithelial cells which are present in the ciliary bodies secretes the aqueous fluid. I will repeat again. In ciliary body we have secretory epithelial cells which secretes a fluid in the anterior segment, and the fluid is called aqueous fluid. We will discuss about the iris from this picture. Iris is the visible colored part of eye, and iris is a circular body. It is composed of pigment cells and two layers of smooth muscle fibers. One is circular and the other is radiating. In the center of iris there is a aperture which is called pupil. This is pupil. The color of the iris is genetically determined, and it also depends on the number of pigment cells present. Light enters in our eye through this pupil, and iris also divides the anterior segment into two parts, anterior chamber and posterior chamber. The distance between the cornea and iris is called anterior chamber. The space between cornea and iris is called anterior chamber, and the distance between iris and lens is called posterior chamber. That's all about the middle vascular layer. At last we will discuss about the inner layer, which is retina. The retina is the light sensitive layer, and it consists of sensory receptor cells, the rods and cones. The retina is thicker in the back, and anteriorly it becomes thinner. Near the center of the posterior part is the macula lutea, or it is also known as yellow support. I am sorry that it is not mentioned in this picture. And in the center of the yellow support there is a little depression which is known as fovea centralis. This is fovea centralis. In fovea centralis we have only cone cells, and in anterior part of the retina there are fewer cone cells than the rod cells. The cone cells are sensitive for bright light, and the rod cells are sensitive for the dark light. The rods and cones contain photosensitive pigments that convert light rays into the nerve impulse. About 0.0 cm to the nasal side of the macula lutea, all the nerve fibers of the retina converge and they form optic nerve. This is optic nerve. The optic nerve leaves the eye through optic disc or blind support. This is called blind support because there is no photosensitive cells. And I think that's all about the layers of our eye. Thank you so much.